getting ready to go down the Riverwalk here. Don't you know? We're down in San Antonio, just chilling out. Yeah, for sure. Thank you.
Mom, how long are we gonna stay here?
Oh. Can hear it a little bit. Little bit.
If you look right here to my right, you'll see a statue. It's a statue of Saint Anthony de Padua. That was a gift to our city from Portugal for Hemisphere 68. Saint Anthony is the saint of little children and lost items. Our city got its name from that saint. It happened on June 13, 1691, when a Spanish missionary conducted the first Catholic Mass here in this area. I want to show you a church that's coming up on the right side here. I know it's a little hard to see with the trees in the way. Right here to the right, there's a church surrounded by the mall on three sides. It's a beautiful old church. It's called St. Joseph's Catholic Church. It was built in 1868 by a growing German community here that wanted a church where they could worship in German. French and German immigrants first started to arrive here in the mid-1800s. If you look over my left shoulder right here where I'm pointing, you'll notice that large orange statue right there. It's supposed to look like flames, and that's why it's called the Torch of Friendship. That was a gift to our city from Mexico in 2002. I'm going to tell you a story about this hotel right here, about how it was built and how quickly. This is the Hilton Palacio del Rio, Palace on the River in Spanish. Construction started on this 500-room hotel in late 1967. If you remember, I said the World's Fair began a few months after that. The Hilton was in a big hurry to get it done before the start of that event, so they hired a builder named H.B. Zachary. And what he did to speed up the process is he built the first 4 floors right here. But all the rooms you see above us are called modular rooms. The rooms were being built a few miles from here. They were being brought over here fully furnished and ready for a guest to check in. So all the builder had to worry about was stacking them up on top of each other. And at one point he was adding 35 rooms a day. And that's how they built this hotel in 202 working days. That's about 7.5 months. Now when the Spanish were arriving here, they were building up an army, and this little area right here called La Villita, which is Spanish for the little village, is where they had their big army camp back in 1722. To the left, above the seats of this theater right here, you see a little archway. It says entrance to La Villita. There you'll find an old village that was started by French and German immigrants in the mid-1800s, and now it's gift shops and a couple of small restaurants. On the right, on the stage, you see the 5 bells to honor the 5 missions here in town. Look right here to the right, and you'll see a statue of a cowboy during a cattle drive. The statue sits outside of this building. This is a museum. It's called the Briscoe Western Art Museum. It's named after our late Texas Governor, Dolph Briscoe. So if you like things that have to do with cowboys or the old American West, what you'll find inside there are things like beautiful paintings and old saddles, old rifles, just to mention a few items. If you look to the right here, you'll notice that the roots of this tree by itself made a heart-shaped island. And so for this reason, we call this little island Marriage Island, because many people have real weddings right here. They feel like it's good luck to get married there. It was good luck for me. I've been married there 4 times. Look at this building right here to my left with the U.S. flag on top. It's a 400-foot tall building. It's called the Tower Life Building. This was built in 1929. If that year sounds familiar for some reason, 1929 was the year of the famous stock market crash that led up to the Great Depression. Now that we're closer to the building, you'll notice that the very top of it has gargoyles sticking out of the edges. Also, if you look under the second floor windows all across the building from left to right, there's some grotesque looking faces in groups of twos. All of this was put on the building back then by the original owners. They were two brothers called the Smith brothers, and they had a reputation for being superstitious, and they thought this would protect them against evil spirits and bad luck. Look right here to my left at all these locks on this fence. This is a tradition that started in Paris, France, where couples over there show their love for each other by putting a lock on a fence on a bridge in Paris. After they do that, as a sign of commitment to each other, they take the key from the lock and throw it off that bridge into the river over there. And that's what we're doing now here in San Antonio. Look at this tree in front of us right here. This is another bald cypress tree. This one is 90 feet tall, over 200 years old, with a circumference of 25 feet. During the battles that led up to the Battle of the Alamo, the Mexican army would perch snipers in trees like these to shoot down at the Texas Patriots. One of them shot and killed a patriot named Ben Milam, and that's why we remember that tree as the Ben Milam tree. I want to show y'all an optical illusion right here. As soon as we come out from underneath this bridge, take a quick look up at this building on the left. And because of the way that it was built, it will look as though it's a flat, freestanding wall.
Flat what?
Okay, so look up one more time here to the left and you'll see why I said that. The building used to be a hospital called the Nix Hospital. It opened in 1930. And about a year ago, they closed for good, so the building is now vacant. All right, Robert Hugman was the man that designed all of this in 1941. And then 5 years later, 1946, business opened up on the Riverwalk. It was this Mexican restaurant right here on the right, Casa Rio. This used to be a house on land that was granted by the King of Spain in 1777. And back in the 1940s, you could take a boat ride from this restaurant on a
There's
gondola.
the tower. So we're gonna be staying out at Candlewood Suites out here, out towards Canyon Lake. Yeah, gonna chill out a little bit here. Canyon Lake, and not too far from Wonder World.
Thank you for watching this video. If you liked this video, then please press the like button.
And if you like what you've been watching, please hit the subscribe button.
To see our latest video, click on the link to the right.
Thank you again. Later.